the city of the sun. You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a stunner. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Boom.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shade my smile.
Okay, today is February 5th, 2022. It is 5 a.m. This is video number 2. In video number 1, I sort of showed you the back end of my channel, and then something tells me refresh the page, and the number just went down again. And I spoke about this, and I sent a feedback and before I started recording earlier this morning, and I told YouTube something is not right. Why is my revenue keeps on going down? And then there it is. I just refresh it. There it is. It went down again. Okay, this is video number 2. Go look at video number 1, the beginning of video number 1. We'll look at the number, my your estimate revenue. I'm telling you, I'm showing you guys everything. I'm not making millions on here. Okay, and there it is. It just proved my case here. And I did send a feedback to YouTube. I'll wait and see what they say. Maybe I'll look to see if I could send a email as well, and maybe on Twitter as well. Okay, so with that being said, let's go on Twitter and see something.
Resistance.
thing that I bookmarked for you. All right, let's see here. First tweet. All right, so this is a video. It's really long. This might actually take the whole entire video, this video that I'm talking at, because let's see how I comment on it. All right, so there's me responding to this. I'll go to the comment after we listen to the whole entire video. I listened part of it, maybe up to 2 minutes while I was in bed last night, but I didn't listen to all of it. All right, let's listen.
Extra with Femi and Mike. They're with us, and we're here for the next 15 minutes. So we're asking, should we all take a leaf out of Prince Harry's book and meditate a little bit more? 0207 862 2222, that's the number you need. The Duke of Sussex reckons he does it every day to help maintain his mental health. Let's remind ourselves what he actually said.
It's either for workout, to take the dog for a walk, get out in nature, maybe meditate. I know that I need to meditate every single day. I would hope that everybody would be able to do that, but the reality is that once your time starts slipping away, once you have other commitments in your day, or you need to be there and just show up for other people, guess what? The self-care is the first thing that drops away.
He definitely has a point with that.
And one of the things that he was saying about meditate every day, I've mentioned it to you before. I did it once, and it took me maybe 2 or 3 hours to get to the point where you really get into your thought. And when I did that, I saw myself walking into a room, and then I snap out of it. Ever since then, I cannot ever get to that point of meditation. But the other thing is that but it didn't take like a few minutes. It took hours. I had the time, and I was like really wanted to do it. It took me almost 2 hours to get to that point. But the other thing I want to add is that in the summer, one of the things that I do, I like to get up early, 6, 7 o'clock. Once during the pandemic, the park didn't let you in before 7, and I used to be pissed about it because I love the early morning air, and you hear the bird, getting up and all of that. So I love to do those walks. And when you walk by yourself, or I prefer by myself to tell you the truth, you are in your own thought. You're thinking about so many things, and many times I pick up my phone and just record my thought. And this is something I wish some people should do. But in the summer, in the winter, I don't even want to get out. I don't. Right now, there's snow outside. But that's what I like to do in the summer. All right, let's continue.
Yeah. Thoughts, hasn't he, Femi?
I'd agree. I mean, mental health, we're having a mental health crisis in the UK. Everyone I've spoken to has had to go for mental health support from the NHS. They struggle because we don't have the resources currently. So I think mental health is something, if whatever works, do it.
But the problem is he's doing it every day. He is a prince. He has a fair bit of money kicking about. He lives in a fairly nice place. He doesn't really have to worry too much about, where his income's coming in from,
What? How do she knows? This is the thing. I can never really blame someone for whatever it is that they're doing. You don't know what he's going through. Just because he lives in a nice place and he has to freaking work for his money to be able to have that nice place. My goodness. I'm telling you, the UK media is putting people in more mental health issues than, the people who's going through their own natural thing. They're adding to the burden of people over there. This is a very toxic country. Oh my God. Let's continue, listen.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Putting food in the baby's
But yeah, and he admitted that not everybody has the time. Self-care is the first thing to go, is what he said. But the point is that because the phrase I often use is you're only useful if you're useful. If your mental health falls away, you're not going to be able to do the stuff you need to do. And so in terms of working your job, working a 9-to-5 job, that's going to get harder if your mental health falls to rubbish.
So perhaps it's that we can't afford not to spend 45 minutes meditating a day, Mike.
Well, you've just pointed out the extraordinary life that Prince Harry leads. The one expression I couldn't get was, he said, to stop me suffering from burnout. And he says, I burn the candle at both ends. What's he burn the candle at both ends doing? Thinking up new ways of trying to upset the royal family back in England.
What the hell? What that has to do with the royal family? They kick him out. They put more burden in him. What that has to do with the royal family? He wants to take care of himself. What the F is wrong with these people? And look at how, I'm telling you, these people are freaking crazy. They are lunatic over there. They can't wait for Harry or Meghan say something, and when they do, they criticize them. What the F does the royal family has to do with what Harry had said during that Better Up? And by the way, I didn't listen to it because I only see some little clips here and there. Okay, at that time, that day, I took the day off from social media. But my goodness, this is Harry's issues. That's his thing. How the F do you know? What the F the royal family have to do with that? If anything, the royal family give him more headache, in my humble opinion, with the thing that they put him through. They took his security. They didn't accept his wife. They tried to ruin his wife's, how do you call this? What is it? When Meghan was suing Mel on Sunday, they tried to ruin it. This kind of thing will cause mental breakdown. But now he's trying to get his mind and body into good shape. And then now, all of a sudden, he's supposed to worry about the royal family? What the F? But let's see here. Let me rewind a little bit. This guy is ridiculous. And then for people in the UK going into TV, my goodness, button your shirt, put something on. Even the other guy with the T-shirt. But anyway, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, okay?
And hurling barbs. Well, you've just pointed out the extraordinary life that Prince Harry leads. The one expression I couldn't get was, he said, to stop me suffering from burnout. And he says, I burn the candle at both ends. Is this, what's he burn the candle at both ends doing? Thinking up new ways of trying to upset the royal family back in England and his grandmother, and hurling barbs at the very privileged background in which he was brought up. What does he burn himself out doing? He said, I want
what the hell is wrong with this guy?
Out 15 hours a day? That's ludicrous. The man's got such a positive life.
He has his own life now. He has bills to pay. He had to make sure his mental well-being is good for his kids. My goodness. And he has so many projects going on. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know all of it. Okay? He has a good amount. What is it? Centre Bally, Archwell. Who knows what other deal he's making with other people we don't know about. He has to make sure that, what is it? Whatever deal they made with Spotify, whatever it is that's going on. Netflix. Oh my God. That alone, that small amount of things that I know of, it's a lot of work. You have, 24 hours during a day to make sure you prioritize all of this, your family life. You know, he has to make time for his kids, his wife, himself, his business, Better Up, because now he's having an income from Better Up, so he has to be 100% whenever he goes to the office, whatever deal he made with Better Up. Okay, so he has to be in a good mental well-being to take care of all of this, especially when he's around his family. He has to be in a perfect shape, as perfect as he could. I understand there's no perfect human being, but when you're dealing with your kids, you have to give them 100% of your time. And when they do something, kids will be kids. You don't automatically be upset at them. In one of my videos, I explained to you that when I used to watch, when Trump was in office, I used to watch the news. I get so freaking upset. And then every little thing my kids said to me, I'm screaming at them. And this is why I thank God so much that I was aware of it to stop it. In order for me to stop it, I stopped watching the news. Because those things were getting me upset. I was getting upset at my kids for small little thing. So all of this guy is freaking ridiculous. But anyway, let me rewind it a little bit.
The royal family back in England and his grandmother, and hurling barbs at the very privileged background in which he was brought up. What does he burn himself out doing?
Oh my God. And I respond to that already.
Burn out 15 hours a day? That's ludicrous. The man's got such a positive life. I think he's the very last to lecture to us about how to deal with your mental health, which I agree with family we should all be very aware of and do things to try and help ourselves.
Just presuming, reading between the lines, not a meditator, Mike.
I've never worked out meditation. I promise you I've tried it. I've had a couple of girlfriends in the past who said you should try it. Sit cross-legged on the floor, close your eyes, think deeply, and within 20 seconds, I'm thinking about something at work, or something about my football club going wrong, or you know, I need to see...
That's the problem over there. Whenever, okay, I think by now everybody knows, whenever the UK is talking about Harry and Meghan, don't even give them... how will I say that? Any benefit of the doubt, because they always come out on the negative side. And this is why so many people with mental issues are afraid to come out. It's people like these. People like these. They put you down. automatically you start talking about some issue. Just because you're not going through it, that doesn't mean somebody else is dealing with it differently. Like in my last video, the first one, someone posted something like, let me see if I could see it, that he's going to some mental issues. If it wasn't for his kids, you know, he would probably end it or something. Let me put the link. I think this is it. Yeah, there's the tweet here. Let me tell you how real depression is. There are people alive simply because their children are, and I am one of them. This is someone who's going through some stuff, and it reminds me in one of my videos where I was begging some people not to do the unthinkable. Think of living for some of your loved one. So this sort of remind me of that. People are going through so many things, and then this was my answer to that tweet here. All right, I'm on depression medication, but it's not working. Would you mind sharing what you take? All right, and then that's me responding to this person. Okay, I'm not a doctor. In my humble opinion, if you have not done so already, please seek professional help. For starters, find a hobby, challenge yourself, join a gym, try a fitness competition, see how you can mold your body through fitness and nutrition. Don't put too much pressure if you don't win. The goal is to change your body externally. Maybe if you see that, okay, you probably will have a different mindset. Okay, keep your body busy and stop thinking about that. Again, I'm not them. That was just my opinion of giving them here. All right, so this guy automatically dismissive of Harry. How do you know? My God. Okay, let's continue with the video.
The episode of Coronation Street that I missed. I don't know how you empty your mind.
I also would worry that my mind is too hyperactive to do meditation, but I think our friends with him is really, really important. I would also say that while, yes, Harry does have a very, very, very privileged life, I wouldn't say he's the one that's causing the most damage to the reputation of the
Thank you.
right now.
No, totally.
Yeah, that's... Thank God, thank God. He's spot on. He didn't mention any name, but we have an idea who's causing the pain in the royal family. But they love to blame Harry for everything. My goodness.
We don't want to drift into a different way.
You see? She knows where that was gonna go. Andrew. All right, she literally said, let's not go in that direction. All right, they don't want to talk about Andrew. But yet, when it's Harry who says something, they want to blame him for every issues that there is. But the one that's causing the most problem, they don't even want to talk about it. You know? Let's move it back already a little bit.
I also would worry that my mind is too hyperactive to do meditation, but I think our friends with him is really, really important. I would also say that while, yes, Harry does have a very, very, very privileged life, I wouldn't say he's the one that's causing the most damage to the reputation of the royal family.
Thank you. Spot on.
Even must not be named, still won't be named. We don't want to drift into a different way.
You see? You see? She changed the subject. We don't want to drift to that. I'm telling you, is this in the UK or Australia? I don't know where this thing is coming from. But anyway, let's continue.
Steve was on the panel, none of us meditators, if that's the word, yogis, I don't know. Let's see if we can find any viewers that are. We're going to speak to Dee now from Manchester. What did you make of Prince Harry's comments?
It's the only comment I agree with about Prince Harry.
So are you a meditator yourself, Dee?
I am, yes. I've been doing it, I'm 80 now. I've been doing it since I was 60. I was invited to a course. I do a lot of research for diabetes, and this course came up at Manchester University for meditation, and it has absolutely changed my life.
And how do you go about the process? Do you spend 45 minutes? Do you do it when you're out walking your dog, or?
Mate, you don't sit cross-legged and chant, and it's mindfulness. All you do is just take 5 minutes of your day and just deep breathing, relax and think. And it just calms you down. I was a bit of a lad in my day.
Oh my God. They were looking for people to bash on Harry, but this guy is in agreement with Harry. They don't like that. Thank you for some of the good Brits who started to speak out in a positive way toward Harry and Meghan. But these people with the mic, every chance that they get is just bashing on them. But let's give her credit for a little credit I could give so far, is that she said none of them here on the panel are meditators. They don't do that. So we cannot bash Harry on this. And this guy who's the caller and said, yeah, I've done it for so many years. It helps. For me, I told you, I did it once. I can never do it again. But another way that works for me is when I walk. I walk early in the morning, clear my mind. Okay? Let's continue.
And later life, short-tempered, but the meditation, now I just relax when anyone else, like, for instance, road rage in your car, happens to his arm.
Okay, he doesn't even want to, oh my God, these people are freaking.
I have to say, the world would be a better place if everything you say is true. The world would be a better place if we all did a little bit of meditation.
Absolutely, absolutely. I do walk in football, give you an instance. I'm 80, and the lads are like 50 to my age, and it kicked off walking football. You know, all
They didn't get the hate they were looking for.
this chap's giving me a load of, I'm a referee now, verbal abuse, can't be beaten, and I just meditated just for.
What if that's back? Well, you're selling it, Dee. Thank you very much for calling in. I can hear it in your voice. It's really working for you. Let's now speak to Will Williams, who actually teaches meditation. So you've got three absolute novices on the panel here.
Let's give them credit because they let this caller speak. They didn't interrupt them because this is not what they wanted to hear. But the other guy, his expression when the camera pan on him, the nonsense he's showing, it's ridiculous. He's a freaking baggage for God.
First of all, let's start with your experiences of meditation and what made you get into it in the first place?
Well, I was a pretty hardcore party boy, and I was working in the music industry, burning the candle at both ends and not walking dogs. And yeah, it was supposedly the dream life, but actually I was just tired all the time, and I just didn't have the energy or the enthusiasm for life during the day. And it ground me down through my 20s, and then eventually I was lucky. I was out partying one night and someone told me about this amazing thing I should try. And although I was really skeptical, I gave it a whirl, and like the gentleman who just spoke, thoroughly life-changing. And when something is that good, it really gets your attention. So then I went on a bit of a journey and went around.
This bitch is going to Copenhagen. Oh my days. She's going to Copenhagen by herself. Oh my days. What a thing.
Oh my God.
No, it definitely doesn't, like Dee, who just spoke, said, but people are forgetting how much clearer you become, how much more efficient, how much better you become at prioritising your day, problem solving, you know, relating to other people. You just become super effective rather than being super busy. So most of my clients actually reckon they have more time each day when they're doing it, not less. So it's kind of interesting the way it works dynamically.
That's interesting. Well, stay with us. We're going to take more of your calls now on meditation.
And by the way, from my understanding, the Lama, the Asian cultures who've been doing it for centuries. Look how majority of them are calm. Okay, they know how this thing have worked. But these people, because they've been so savage everywhere they go, they just want to destroy cultures and grab as they please, do immoral things. Just look at their history, pedophilia and all of that. So they will never know these kind of things. And this is why I'm so grateful Harry get himself out of this toxicity. But you see, even the people who have the mic, majority of them can't even have compassion. Every time they get the mic to talk about him, it's negative. Thank God, they're showing the world who they really are.
Jenny from East Sussex, are you into meditating?
Yes, I am, very much so.
Does it make you more productive?
Sorry?
Does it make you more productive? Does it save you time in the day?
Well, it's been more about my mental health, if I'm honest. I suffer greatly with anxiety. It's all, well, I had suffered very greatly. I have other mental health issues, but someone like the other guy.
Right, come on, let's go. Let's go.
The meditation teacher, and they said to me, well, just try it. And I couldn't grasp it. Mike, by the way, could not grasp it straight away. It took a bit of time. You need patience, Mike.
I think so too.
Just to slow yourself down and say to yourself, okay, my mind's wandering, you could do guided meditation.
Jenny, how do you empty your mind? How do you actually empty your mind? Because I'm told with meditation, you've got to empty your mind and let other thoughts go into it. I couldn't get that. I can't do that.
Yeah, and that's what you need to learn to do with a guided meditation. So either a class or online, there's videos that they actually say,
thank
if
God.
your mind's wandering, just come back to your breath. And then, eventually you get used to that. I was like you in the beginning. I was like, this isn't going to work for me because my brain is like a train station. Yeah. But it is.
Hello, Yummy. The bitch is going by herself to friggin' Copenhagen. Imagine. Oh my days, they're really putting her out there now because she's going by herself to Copenhagen.
As well. Thank you very much for your call, Jenny. But now I'm going to be a bit naughty and ask Will,
Hold on.
is there any way you could teach us how to meditate? Give us a 30-second guided meditation right now. Do you think you could do that for us?
Also a challenge.
Okay, so I watched that's the entire video. So she was recording it while it was being played on TV, and then she shared it on Twitter. So that's how I came across it. Okay, let's see here. Harry is minding his business, yet these people think Harry is upsetting the Queen. The British royal family cut his wing and told him to fly. He find his way in America and he is flying. They're upset about it. These people are crazy. Alright, that's what I said about the video, the little portion that I saw last night, and I was able to respond to that. Okay, he went off at Harry and tried to find every reason to other him, then come to find out his problem is that he's jealous because he fell at something Harry is successful at. Makes sense why they love Kieda so much, so much. She doesn't challenge their insecurities. Okay, these people are trash, especially the old guy. Yep, they don't know what Harry's schedule is. That's true. Considering the things know and what we don't know, he does a lot. Okay, the people who meditate all sound chill and relaxed, while the others sound like uptight haters. Yeah, Harry is their king. There's a laugh. They order Harry as king, but are getting an egg. Such a stupid and needless point about Harry being able to afford to do this because of his status. Even the rich struggle with mental health. The key is to do the inner work, and the best way you can, Prince Harry. Okay, I was so worried that men would suffer a coronary with all that negative energy. How can somebody get themselves so worked up over nothing? Okay, honestly, he needs inner work and less food. Oh my God, just saying. Okay, they take Harry's comment so literally. My God, he doesn't mean everyone has to do literally 45 minutes every single day. And that nasty old guy is really so bitter. He can't even see that it will benefit him. Yeah. Yep. Okay, where do they get the 45 minutes? It wasn't suggested. They mentioned about 5 to 10 minutes interval or taking lunch break. It's just incredible how they'll find ways to twist things. Yep. Okay, the man is so backward, damn. Okay, hating is making him sound vile and backward. Those colors were the best. I'm telling you, they were looking for people to hate on them, but they got people who pretty much doing the same thing as Harry are doing. They agree with Harry and made them look fools. Yep. Thanks, Joe. I see how these people easily brainwash the public. Okay, so I'm finished with I honestly don't know what they hope to achieve by spewing such rubbish against Prince Harry. It just make me detest the royal family more and more. Honestly, what is their use? Just like the old guy said, they don't work from his own mouth. I don't get where this man is coming from. Even for Christian, it says we should meditate on the word of God. Give yourself time and space to think about how God has brought you this far. Hatred for the Duke and Duchess is just what it is. Yep, that's exactly that. All right, that was the first tweet. It went on for 25 minutes. All right, let's go to the next tweet. Okay, there's this here. It's a thread. It starts from here. Okay, Harry Sparks' monumental search. There's a laugh. Look at how he's always impactful on the real UK audience. Never believe anything the UK tabloid said. And I thought this was perfect to put this next because of the video that I just saw. All right, let's go into it. All right, Prince Harry causes monumental search for burnout in the UK. Prince Harry has caused search for burnout to explode after he attended Better Up Annual Workday Summit on February 3rd. Okay, thank you for sharing. Quote, Prince Harry causes monumental search for burnout in the UK. Okay, I'm not gonna read the article. Okay, of course he did. The other tried to get attention by grabbing patronages, but King Harry just blew them away. There's a lie. The soon they understand their irrelevance, the better it will be for them. They will always be in the shadow of the Montecito Royal. Okay, he is king of that Isles and they all know it. Okay, his influence and a lot of people like him, when he talks they listen and go, he might have a point, and generally talk sense, let me go search. And they also know how the British tabs are, so all that is just noise. Yep, we just saw from that previous video. Alright, what this tells me is that there is a group of people out there who are experiencing things and they do not even know what it is that is happening to them. Who thought so many people did not know what burnout is. Wow, that's another way of looking at it. Okay, the people of the UK. I mean, all the negativity that been implanted in them, many of them don't even know that they are being brainwashed. Okay, look like in that video 1 where I talk about that new actress. All these are things that unconsciously was being implanted in her. When she come to America, she just realized it. All right. Okay, if it's burnout, he should ring his poor exhausted sister-in-law, Karen Middleton. All right, I don't want to go there. Let's go to the next tweet. All right. Let's see here. Heavy spot. Okay, did I do it twice? Okay, it's burnout looking. Okay, so I just did that. Let's go to the next tweet. Sorry. Okay, many people in England are conditioned to take offensive at everything Prince Harry says or does. It would be better to ignore him, but they can't. They are also conditioned to care about what him and his wife say or do. It's a self-perpetuating vicious circle. Sad lives. Yikes. Okay, British royalists think they own the royal family. And this is why Harry and Meghan don't even want to take their money. Everything that they want to do, they want to pay themselves, so they don't get be like a puppet being controlled by the puppet master. All right, they can convince themselves to own tax-funded royal if they want, but they should leave financially independent people alone. Yep. Okay, it can't be helped when they're on the public platform telling employers or people what to do. Do you think he practices what he preaches? I think he does. Look at him. He's a complete different man. And when you look at his shoulders, this guy, you know he work out. Okay, he does some physical fitness. Okay, I bet you he doesn't. We're all fed up hearing about his mental health. Don't listen. You have the choice of not clicking to some of the things. Look at when was that? On Thursday? Was it Thursday the 3rd? Okay, I literally took myself off of social media. I didn't even listen to the thing. Some people took it upon themselves to go click and go to the link and listen to him. Okay, I didn't do that. So anybody could do that as well. My goodness, we're all fed up. Now it's you and that other guy from the previous video are fed up. So don't listen to him. All right, we're all fed up hearing about his mental health. He's the only person to monetize his mental health. He's working for somebody, but too bad. Guess what? You guys took his security away. You didn't want to support him. Everything that he does is money, 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 money. Guess what? Nothing out there is free. Nothing out there is free, so he has to earn some money. Too bad many of us, when sometimes you say, oh, why didn't I think of that? This is the same thing. The others probably say, why didn't I think of that? So too bad so many of you are so stupid to think about that, to make money off of it. But he's smart enough to do that. But he's working for somebody. But he's been preaching this since he was in the UK, but nobody took him serious. But too bad. Let's see the 2 comments here. You need help. That's the comment here. What else is there? Let's see here. He was doing an online work summit for a US company he works for. There it is. His supporters, as well as the idiots in the British media and the Range Will and Kate fans, signed up to hear his speech, yet he's supposedly irrelevant. There's the thinking and the laugh. By the way, his speech seemed to have helped a lot of people. All right, let's see here. The Duke of Sussex sent the internet into a frenzy when he recently spoke out about mental health in the workplace. Analysis of Google data by Digital ID shows search for mental health help at work skyrocketed 3,300% in the UK after Prince Harry said employees should be giving, quote, time out to focus on themselves. And by the way, this brings me to mind, at my kids' school, they give them time out. There's a period of time where they don't do anything. They give the time for the kids, okay? To themselves, do whatever. I don't know if they could just play or just sit quiet or something like that. Because I remember when I was signing the kids up, that was one for that school. That was one of the things that attracted me to the school. All right? One of many other things. Okay, the other thing is like when the teacher is teaching certain things and some kids don't get it, and if some of the student gets whatever the teacher was teaching, and the school try every possible things that they know how to teach the kids to understand what was being taught, and if the kid still doesn't understand but one of the students understand, so what they will do is turn onto the other students who knows the thing to teach the other kids how they were able to understand it. And guess what? I've experienced this with my kids, and thank God mine understand it. He was helping some other kids. That was during the online remote learning, and when I saw him, the class had ended, he was still talking online with some of his classmates, and once he was done and I said, your class ended a while, why you continue? He was like, oh, my teacher told me to help some students how I understand certain things. So he is tutoring some of the students on certain things that some kids don't understand. So I've seen both end of it. Okay, so that's that was some of the things that attract me to the school that I put my kids in. All right, let's see here. The Duke took part in a panel with Serena Williams hosted by Better Up, where he admitted he has experienced, quote, burnout, end quote, adding that he now needs to, quote, meditate every single day, end quote. Search shot up 30 times the average volume following the discussion. Data also showed search for, quote, workplace therapists, end quote, exploded 405%. A spokesperson for Digital ID said Harry speaking out encourages more people to, quote, admit their own struggle without shame, end quote. This is the thing here. He even said it in one of the I think he was in the Obama thing, where he was saying that when the professionals, where a whole bunch of people doing almost the same thing, but when they bring them together, and he was asking them what can he do to help them succeed with their line of work. One of the things that they told Harry is to make this a little bit normal, not to be ashamed. I'm paraphrasing it now. If I come across the clip, I'll put it. So he wanted the people, the professionals, told Harry that one of the things that they wanted is for people to not be ashamed of the word, to normalize it, or this kind of thing.
You know, our mental health campaign, Heads Together, back in the UK, is a classic example of where we were able to bring together 8 charities within the mental health sector.
With your mic. I'm so sorry.
No worries, thank you. We were able to bring together 8 mental health charities that have been working in the sector for many, many, many years. But being able to bring them together and say, right, you guys have never sat around a table together and discussed the main issues. What we want to be able to do now is, through our foundation, create a platform in which your expertise and your experience is elevated. And therefore, you tell us what needs to be done around mental health within the UK and globally. And they said, if you can remove the stigma, that makes our life a lot easier. So that's exactly what we did. We tried to remove the stigma and tried to normalize the discussion around mental health.
And this is exactly what he got from the professionals. So he's taking, as he's helping them, putting the word out there, he's also participating in it. And this is helping him. And I wish the others would have done the same thing, the rest of the royal family, instead of bashing him. All right, so that's that. I read this. Where was that here? Many people in England are conditioned. Okay, so that was that. Let's go to the next tweet. There's like 18 comments in here. Should I go to it? I'm already 35 minutes. All right. British royalists think they own the royal family. They can convince themselves to own tax-funded royal if they want, but they should leave financial independent people alone. Okay, so I went through that already. All right, let's go to the next tweet. There's this here. The tabloid said, quote, Prince Harry hasn't worked a day in his life, end quote. So you agree you don't think royals work. There's me here. Oh, I even forgot I respond. So what are they actually saying about the ones in the UK? Not actually, quote, working royals, end quote? Let me think. It's I didn't even see this one. It's almost what they say here. I repeat it. Okay, no one said, quote, royals, end quote. They say Harry. Okay, well, he's been a working royal when he was here. So that means none of the working royals work. That's exactly that. You know, they always have to show themselves. Okay, maybe the royals don't work, but he did when he was in the army deployed in Afghanistan. What was it? That video that I made where was it women don't work but something like that. Ladies don't work, women do. That this kind of thing here.
Wishes to play the organ. She's not expected to operate that pedal herself. It can be moved to the side and staff to do that work for them. Well, ladies don't work. That is distinctive of ladies versus women. Ladies do not work. Women do.
So this that little tour that I went and was it Colonial Williamsburg? That lady was right. She was right. I'm seeing that coming over and over again. All right, maybe the roles don't work, but he did when he was in the army deployed in Afghanistan, and Santa Bali and his Commonwealth tour and Invictus. That's quite hard to say. Don't forget that. All right. Keep for the future use. Thank you. This meme, my meme collection. Oh my God. It's crazy that his work with Santa Bali and the Invictus game didn't count toward his Royal Voter numbers. Another way to make sure he didn't outshine his brother. Okay, definitely an unfair bias going on. I mean, we've the squad have seen this. It's not news to us. Whenever they need to bash him, they took the opportunity, discredit him every way that they can. Okay, bitter. Why then they write about the other royals' supposed work outing the same day? Harry and Meghan were doing their own thing. It's obvious who sells their papers. Just admit that you're missing the Sussexes. Okay, Wood, he defended that country with his life. Yep. That's fine. Let's see here. To comment under that. Unlike his grandfather, he didn't see action. What? He talked about, this is the people who come to discredit the fact that he was over there. There's this particular interview he was doing. While he was, I don't have that clip by the way. While he was doing the interview, all these people were running because they attacked where he was. Guess what? You think when the bad guys come, they're going to differentiate who and what? He's probably going to be the target. I didn't see people protecting him over there. He even talked about in one of, there's an article that I share with you where he was talking about where he's doing the Apache helicopter thing, where him being there, he's, I forgot exactly how to say, but the helicopter sometimes is to deter with the people on the ground. Okay, so pretty much him and the helicopter, do reconnaissance, whatever work he was doing. I forgot exactly how he was. But the main thing is him being in the helicopter to distract the bad guys on the ground is to prevent the bad guy on the ground to attack his team on the ground. So instead, they will focus on him in the air. All right, I forgot which video I had it. It's probably, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks ago, because I remember it was not too long ago. Okay, just letting, okay, there's this here. He was protected at all times. Same with Andrew and the Falk War. Never saw a combat. Don't spread misinformation. Exactly. My goodness. Just letting you know, I stole your meme. I plan to use it. Well, okay. Good one. Stealing. Okay, so that's that. All right, so let's move on. Saying some nonsense when you're in a war zone, there's no differentiate. Like, for instance, there's a video that I watched and I mentioned it on one of my yesterday's video. I think the channel is called Perspective. I now subscribe to it. They were talking, the video that I saw in that particular channel is photographers who go in the war zone documenting the thing that's going on. Okay, even photographers who are documenting. Sometimes they become part of that war, because the bad guy doesn't care if you're a photographer or whatever. They will shoot you, okay? Anything that moves. So, but anyway, for people to, my goodness, to downgrade his work, but the real people will understand. The real people will understand. Like this person here, don't spread misinformation. All right, next tweet. Okay, I'm so happy Harry moved his family away. My God, those people are bitter. I'm telling you, I agree with that 100%. He described them as toxic, and I think that is the more appropriate word. Okay, they kept on hating without listening on what he said. I'm telling you, everything that Harry's doing, he has told them. In many videos, I break down some of the things that he've said in other videos, and I bring the clips in. Because he've said almost everything, but they don't listen. This person is right. Okay, they kept on hating without listening on what he said. Maybe because Harry is thriving and can speak freely. Yep. Okay, you can see how haters are always unhappy and ugly, even in their appearance. Even in their appearances. So you give them no attention. One day they might look within themselves and do something about, hey, I just hoping, I love people, I can't make them into who I want them to, so it's okay. Okay, they are so bitter. I love that for that vow. I mean, you know, as much I don't agree with this part of the sentence. Any toxicity that's happening any place around the world, it affects you in some shape or form, because people travel, people move around. You don't know how one might affect another and then come cross path with you. So I don't love a vile that's going on in the UK. I just wish it could stop, because this thing is spreading, and thank God for the squad, and more people are becoming aware of the negativity that's coming out of the UK. You know, people need to stop. Vile should not be in any shape or form. Okay? It's what they deserve. You know, as much as we want, you know, this is why sometimes I just say, you know, they are baggage for God. God will know what to do, because as human, this is what human says. All right? But if you're trying to do something better, you want a better life, you don't want vile to continue. Okay? The less vile there is, the better life will be. Okay, honestly, they won't even listen to the message, but hey, how do people like that sleep? They need the inner work. This is what Harry's saying. Believe me, meditation is very hard. It's very hard. Okay, let's ignore their evil campaign, their hate narratives. Why? Just why will he want to take them back there? All right, let's go to the next tweet. I'm almost done. After this, I think I have one last one. UK, I wish Prince Harry would leave us alone. World, Prince Harry lives in America. He is married to American and works for American company based in San Francisco. Okay, y'all been left alone, recognize. Okay, and he and Meghan wrote a letter telling the British press straight, we won't be collaborating with you. Okay, they won't be what? All right, let's see. Collaborating spelling. Okay, let's see here. You understand what was said. No need to be doing all this. She said what she said. Stop it. We must have standard over here and Camp Harry and Meghan. We support each other and being ourselves. Okay, we got you, girl. Okay, gaslighting 101. Accuse the other of what you are guilty. Only Harry is not the other. He doesn't even acknowledge their existence, and the world is not confused. We're watching the UK shit show in real time. Harry is surrounded by powerful Americans, so UK will get its ass kicked. Okay, like they did in the Revolutionary War. Okay, right? Okay, it's like one of the quote, I hate peas, and quote, gang forcing themselves to eat peas every day just to remind themselves of how much they hate peas. Then they go on the internet every day and tell everybody that they hate peas. There's a gang. Peas just standing there. What do I do? Did he just sue them to get his protection restored when he visit? Okay, he was born with a threat. I don't think he's suing. I think he's asking for them to review that, because his family refused to give it to him. So I think he's asking law, in my humble opinion. This is my understanding of it. Now, he's asking elected officials, look, I was born into this family. I'm a born blood royal. I expect when I come to the UK, I expect to have police protection. And guess what? He said he wants to pay for it. Okay? It's not going to be on the taxpayer's bill. Okay? So he's asking for them to review it. He's not suing anybody. It's just that his family refused to give it to him. So he's saying, when I'm in the UK, I want what was my bloodline require me to have. So do a review of that. And guess what? If they decided no, he cannot have it. So this is something that the royal family is gonna put on themselves. People's gonna say, if Harry cannot have it, then I don't think you deserve it. This kind of thing. So, and the thing is that Harry is not asking for it to be free. He said, I'm willing to pay for it myself. So this is the review that is. It's not, how do you call this? I don't think he's suing anybody for that. His family refused to give it to him due to a situation that happened when he went to the unveiling. That's my understanding of it. You guys could correct me. Because when during the unveiling, is it the unveiling or the funeral? I think it's the unveiling. When he went there, he went to an event. And then after the event, the police were not there to escort him. And this is why he's saying he wants a review on that. Okay? And then there was some chasing. I don't know if it's in the same event that there were paparazzi were chasing him or something like that. So in other words, they removed the police and then they probably, in my humble opinion, tell his location for that chase to happen. I think this is what happened here. My goodness, these people are evil. Okay, and the thing is that the security that he's working with cannot carry guns in the UK. This is another thing here. Okay, he was born with a threat. Okay, is that the criteria? No, he's seeking that's the thing here. Okay, no, he is seeking a judicial review of the Home Office, that is government department, refusal to let him pay for protection. That is asking the court to look at the legality of that decision. He's not suing the royal family. Thank you. This is exactly what my understanding is. All right, the squad here to set the record straight. Okay, so he hasn't left them alone, like the OG tweet said then. Okay, what does that mean? But he still have obligation over there, even though he left. This is why he says service is universal. Sometimes those things that he's still dealing with without attaching himself with the royal family, he still wants to help them. He needs to be, sometimes they need him in person to do certain things. So while he's there, he wants that police protection with his own money. His own money, not free. He literally said that. Okay, there is such a thing as go-go. He didn't sue anyone, just asking, okay, just ask for a judicial review. Okay, also he hasn't, like, okay, these people, let's see here, like he's going to visit, nope, whatever. So look at this, at the time, there's other things that required his presence. Like he said, and when he was leaving, UK is his home.
The UK is my home and a place that I love. That will never change.
That will always be. It will always be. No matter how far away you move, at some point in time, your presence needs to be at your homeland. So this is the thing that he's saying here. My goodness, they punish him in everything that he does. This guy, oh my God. We need to pray for him. These people, this has to be a troll. Definitely has to be a troll to keep on saying those BS. All right, next tweet. Okay, wow. Now the only way is the Sussexes. I saw this picture by itself before, but I didn't bookmark it. But once the squad put it together, and I decided to share it. All right, so there's Archie, you know, the Sussexes with their own little family with the jeans and white shirts and whatever. And then all of a sudden, there they are. Oh my God, those kids, they grew so fast. They grew so fast. And some of the things that I was reading, I don't know if it was in this post or this. When I said this post, the tweet that I'm sharing with you, that I read that even these royals have issues with the brother too. And I read where his brother, well, I don't know his name, his brother had to be, I guess they didn't want to be outstage of this BS thing that Harry's going through. He had to move to France or something like that. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't follow them for me to know. It was through the comment that I saw. But those kids grew fast, my goodness. And I think she's Australian, from my understanding. How they met is to the 2000 Olympic or something, and she didn't know he was a royal or something like that. And but anyway, let's read some comment. Okay, the way they copy, I don't know. I feel disrespected. Okay, no, Vanessa, it's an indication the European royals are no longer looking up to the House of Windsor for relevance. Okay, let me stop it here. If I'm not mistaken, I think his mother is the one who was praising Queen Elizabeth for her hard work or something like that, before all those debacle that we see going in the UK. I think that was his mother.
She's always been somebody I've admired. I also happen to know her very well, fairly well anyway, but I've always admired her, and I think she's inspired me in one particular thing, right from the start, when even before she was Queen, when she talked about dedicating herself to her nation. And I remember thinking when I was quite young, long before I was, my father died, that was really what it is all about. And I felt that very much.
Okay, if I don't even remember his name for me to search so I could see who his mother is. All right, let's see here. What royal is that? Is there any royal? No. If I find a name, some keyword here, I'll look to see who his mother's name. Okay, no, Vanessa, it's an indication that European royals are no longer looking up to the House of Windsor for relevance. The Sussexes have shown them other ways for royals to stay globally trendy, which younger generation love. Their kids must love Harry and Meghan too. UK royals now have competition. Let's see here. Princess of Norway said in her birthday that one of her favorite TV show is The Suit. Okay, who is Princess of Norway? Okay, is that the one with who has the black, who's dating a black person? I think that's her. Yep, yeah. All right, so let's go to image. That's her. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, that she's dating him. Is that her daughter? They have the same cheekbone. Same cheekbone. Is that the daughter? Okay, so let's go back. Sidetrack. Okay, Princess of Norway said on her birthday that one of her favorite TV show is The Suit. Okay, which Princess of Norway? Maddie, Maudie, or her daughter Ingrid? I don't freaking know. The daughter in her 18th birthday interview. Interesting. All right, is that... Let me leave it. Let me stop sidetracking. Okay, casual Sussex is all the rage now. The Montecito Royals setting trend. I'm loving it. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Look out for bullion, mumbles, and family, and white shirt and denim soon. 3, 2, 1. Okay, that would be so shameless and on brand for them. Okay, Frederick. Okay, that's it. That's his name. Frederick is like the Danish version of Baldy. This is where I read it. Okay. This is it. Frederick is like the Danish version of Baldy. His younger brother, Joachim, was effectively exiled to France due to not wanting him or his family share the spotlight with his family and the pigs. Makes sense that he and his wife are copycats too, like Baldy and Keane. Okay, like I said, I don't follow them. I do not know. So with that name, let's go see if who his mother is. Prince, or is he king? Is he a prince or a king now? Prince Frederick. Okay, let's do it. Prince Frederick. Let's see if that's him. Okay, that's him. Let me see who his mother is. Okay. Prince Frederick. Where's the bio of his mother? Okay, let's see here. Prince Frederick's mother, let's say. Yep, that's her. That's her. She was the one who was praising Queen Elizabeth for good work and all of this. I have her clip. I'll put it. That's her. That's the one I was thinking of. Okay, I know I needed a keyword. Who is that? Joachim's wife Marie said that basing themselves in Paris was not their choice. In an interview, maybe they backtrack on it or deny later on. I don't know. So this is the, okay, let's bookmark it. That's T. I don't follow them, so when I see some stuff, I'm interested. Okay, every monarchy in Scandinavia is slimming down. He is still in line, and gets a lot of money, but somehow he's not satisfied. Nothing like Harry and Meghan's situation. Okay, so let's read that. And then after that, I'll do a prayer. Okay, so there's the brother. Wow, he's the younger? He's younger? Why does he look much older? Oh my goodness. Princess Movie's closet. Okay. It wasn't our choice, said Princess Movie about the move to Paris. Updates about Prince Joachim's health. Okay, so he's probably health. Okay. July 29, 2020. Before Prince Joachim, sorry if I pronounce his name wrong, was hospitalized last week, Prince Joachim and Princess Movie gave an interview to Danish magazine. Okay, that's the name. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. The interview was published today. Read more below. Okay, so that's them. Okay. His Royal Highness Prince Joachim underwent surgery on Saturday night, July 25th, 2020, for a blood clot in his brain, okay, at the University Hospital of Toulouse, France, after the recent days of hospitalization and treatment in the intensive care unit. It is now the doctor's assessment that Prince Joachim will not have physical or other consequences as a result of the blood clot. The blood clot in the brain was due to a sudden dissection of an artery, and the hospital medical team estimate that the risk of recurrence is very small once the artery had healed. Prince Joachim is expected to be moved from the intensive care unit soon, but will continue to be hospitalized in the near future. It is still the royal family's hope that the media will respect the desire for peace and privacy. Okay, Prince Joachim and Princess Movie would like to thank you for the support and many warm greetings they have received in recent days. This means a lot. Her Majesty and the Queen also warmly thank for all the sympathy that has been shown to the royal family. Okay, so that was that. Update July 30th. Bill Bladet report news information about Prince Joachim blood clot hospital. Okay, where is the thing where he said something? Okay, this is too long. I could read this later on my own, but let's see here. This is the most beautiful balcony, France. Okay, where did he say it? Okay, when asked if going back, maybe this part. When asked if he's going back and forth between France and Denmark was the future plan, Princess Movie said, quote, we really do not know. We were thrown into it with, okay, that's the, I spot the perfect one without reading everything. Okay, quote, we really do not know. We were thrown into it without thinking much. Okay, there's whatever that thing says. Noted that in October 2019, Prince Joachim had already said that he had been strongly encouraged by the Queen to accept the military training. Princess Movie also talked about how difficult it also was for the children. She said, quote, it has been a very strange year because there has been coronavirus and the strike in France, so it may have been a little difficult for them to find their everyday life, but I think it will come. They speak French now, okay, but they have not been to school for more than 3 months. Oh my goodness. So it's totally wild. It's a little annoying for them because it's their first year in France, but we have tried to continue with the French and we really think they have learned a lot. Okay, there's that magazine again. Also said that Prince Joachim was tired of the press writing about his appanage. When the reporter started asking about the criticism, Joachim cut him off and said, quote, well, it's over, end quote. Asked about what he thought about the criticism, Joachim joked, okay, that's the name again, he is really good at headline criticism. Do you know what would be most fair? Not write about it, end quote. Princess Movie said, quote, but he is right. It has been unfair because he loves his country and he works for Denmark and he is proud to be a Dane and to be able to help where he can. And I do think one should only say the negative. One must also say the positive. All right, so there's more to it. You guys could read it. So there's the part where he said it wasn't their choice. All right, so that's it. I mean, those royals, my goodness. If this is true, whatever it is, but hope they find their way. All right, let's do prayer for what? Prayer. Let's say for prayer for peace and tranquility. We need that. I don't know. That's the first thing that came to mind. Okay, loving God, please grant me peace of mind and calm my troubled heart. Give me the strength and clarity of mind to find my purpose and walk the path that you've laid out for me. I trust your love, God, and know that you will heal distress just as the sun rises each day against the dark of night. All right, let's look for an image. Let's do this one. A prayer for peace during hard time. This is for all the people who's going through whatever issues that they're going through. All right, and for those people who always find the bullies who always take the opportunity to beat onto someone who's going through some pain, for them to find God, give them a baggage. All right, let's see here. A prayer for peace during hard time. Lord, when my heart is overwhelmed, overwhelm me with your peace. Lead me to you, my rock. Guide me to your word, which gives me strength and refuge. Help me not to run to lesser things. Draw me to run to you first. Help me get into the habit of taking my quote overwhelmed end quote and placing it under your will. Thank you, Lord, in Jesus' name, amen. All right, so that's it. Please take a moment. Oh, yes, this just popped up in my mind. Okay, a prayer baggage for bullies. Let's do that. Prayer for I don't know, because these people refuse for people who's having some mental issues to move forward with their life, but the bullies keep on coming, trying to put them down. Okay, prayer baggage for I don't know, I just typed what's in my head. All right, let's see if there's one. If there's none on the other page, I'll do this one. Let's see this one. Is there any side prayers? What are bullying children like? Okay, so let's not sidetrack. Let's go to the image and do this one. Okay, prayer against bullying at work. Heavenly Father, thank you for giving me this employment. I have, however, that's Harry right there. Okay, he is able to get the work to provide for his family. Okay, I have, however, been facing some problems here. I am being bullied. I am being made to feel inferior. My ideas get shut down, and I get no respect. People belittle my achievement. Definitely, that's Harry's right there, and call me names. People take advantage of me because of my personality and tag me as a weak person. I am often excluded from important meetings, and my complaints fall on deaf ears. I have been alienated and made to feel very small. Believe me now, the Sussex squad and people whose eyes have opened hears you. We hear you. Okay, look at after you did that Better Up Summit, so many people listened to you and went and do some research. Okay, I have been alienated and made to feel very small. I have often considered skipping work and resorting to substance abuse. Okay, we're gonna make sure this doesn't happen again, because you already experienced that as a young man. Okay, I have lost all my confidence. Not anymore. We're gonna make sure you keep that. I have lost all my confidence, and I have also lost control over my... No, this is not you here. I pray that you come and strengthen my spirit that you need. Believe me, your strength, no matter how strong you feel, you always need that extra boost. Okay, help me show courage and stand up for myself. Definitely, even if people don't see my worth, I know that you do. Help me restore my confidence and keep fighting for my pride. Definitely, I don't want to give up. So take my hand and walk with me. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Part of it is Harry, and part of it we make sure we correct it as I read it, because the universe, I truly believe the universe hears people. So whenever we come across some stuff, we make sure to correct it. We don't let it go in the, how do you call this, in the universe. All right, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to help support this channel, there's a PayPal link in the description. You could donate, and some of you who have donated, thank you. I appreciate it. That's it.